Too many people, too much noise, but I only hear silence. Walking through Siam, surrounded by the crowd. Everyone is talking, the music playing loud, but I am isolated in the sea of passing faces, searching for your ghost in all our old familiar places. The heat index rising, but I'm freezing to the core. I do not wanna play these mind games anymore. Lost in all metropolis, a million souls around, but without you by my side, I am nowhere to be found. 808s bumping from the cars out on the strip. I am slipping on the edge, losing my grip. Bought those matching sneakers that you always wanted. Now I walk alone, feeling totally haunted. Window shopping memories, glass reflecting pain. Sun is shining bright, but inside it is only rain. Lost in the metropolis, a million souls around, but without you by my side, I am nowhere to be found. 808s bumping from the cars out on the strip. I am slipping on the edge, losing my grip. Escalators moving up, but I am falling down. Alone in this void, in this bustling town, swiping through old photos on a cracked screen, wishing I could wake up from this bad dream. Lost in the metropolis, a million souls around, but without you by my side, I am nowhere to be found. 808s bumping from the cars out on the strip. I am slipping on the edge, losing my grip. Siam face to black, just me and the beat out.
Chris triplet heads, moody minor key melody.
Deep in the alley, where the light does not reach.
Stray dogs barking at the shadows we cast. Walking down the Soi, moving way too fast. Tangled wires overhead, blocking out the moon. You said you loved me, but you left too soon. missing me by an inch. My heart is tied up, locked tight in a clinch. Neon cross from the pharmacy, flickering green. The most beautiful nightmare that I have ever seen. Midnight Soi, lost in the labyrinth, tasting the bitter truth on my lips like absinthe. Heavy bass rattling the corrugated steel. Tell me, baby, was any of it real?
I cannot escape. This whole city is a trap, a beautiful landscape. I surrender to the night. Let the 808s pound.
Midnight Soi, lost in the labyrinth, tasting the bitter truth on my lips like absinthe. Heavy bass rattling the corrugated steel. Tell me, baby, was any of it real? Echo in my chest. Midnight Soi. We are done here. Engine revving softly. Engine revving softly. Engine revving softly.
Foot on the gas, soaring over the town. No traffic jams to weigh me down. The tollway is clear, the city is asleep. The silence is heavy, the feeling is deep. Past the big billboard with the faded face, running from the past in a restless chase. The wind through the window cools my skin, trying to escape the state I am in. The skyline shifts as I hit the curve, testing my limits, testing my nerve. My vocal pitch shifting with the melody, searching for the peace that was meant for me.
Late night trail, floating on the road, carrying the weight of an empty load. Deep bass resonance, shaking up the frame. Nothing to lose, no one left to blame. Triple heads, slicing through the quiet air. I am driving to nowhere, but I do not care.
Look down at the streets, glowing orange light. Everything looks perfect from this height. The red-lighted bridge standing tall and grand, gripping the wheel with a shaking hand. I turn up the beat to drown out the thought of all the intense battles we have fought. The trap rhythm giving me a steady guide, a late night escape on a lonely ride.
Late night drive, floating on the road, carrying the weight of an empty load. Deep bass resonance, shaking up the frame. Nothing to lose, no one left to blame. Triple heads, slicing through the quiet air. I am driving to nowhere, but I do not care.
climb, 40 BPM. The neon lights pass in like a shiny gem. It is just me, the car, and the heavy 808, trying to outrun my miserable fate. They're gonna sing and pass, lift me to the sky. A smooth RP vibe as the miles fly.
Virgin revving softly.
Engine roaring, 3 wheels in the dark, phone 40 BPM, let the bass ride. Jumping in the back, tell the driver go fast, trying to leave behind the shadows of the past. Wind blowing through my hair, wiping away the tears, shifting through the gears, escaping from my fears. The engine almost sounds like a heavy sub bass, ripping through the city in an endless race. The trap pass swelling as we take a sharp turn, watching all my memories crash and burn. Whipping through to the traffic, trapping all the pain, cruising down the avenue, crying in the rain. The street lights flashing like a strobe in my eyes, trying to cut through all of your lies. Late night tuk tuk flying down the street, syncing up the engine with this heavy trap beat. Heart racing faster than the wheels on the road, carrying the weight of this heavy emotion load. Yeah, drifting through the corners, losing my mind away, leaving all the heartbreak far behind. Colorful lights flashing on the metal frame, passing by the places where we used to write our name. They suck advice from my lippin' trails in the dark. You really left a mark on my shot a little hard. Auto-tune melodies bouncing off the street. Even when I win, it feels like a defeat. Jira Hagendong is flying in the air, pretending that I'm numb, pretending I don't care. Late night tuk tuk flying down the street, syncing up the engine with this heavy trap beat. Heart racing faster than the wheels on the road, carrying the weight of this heavy emotion load. Yeah, drifting through the corners, losing my mind, leaving all the heartbreak far behind. Driver asks me where to, I say I do not know. Just keep driving, man, let the cold wind blow. The night is still young, but my soul is so old. The city is hot, but my blood is running cold. Late night tuk tuk flying down the street, syncing up the engine with this heavy trap beat. Heart racing faster than the wheels on the road, carrying the weight of this heavy emotion load. Yeah, drifting through the corners, losing my mind away, leaving all the heartbreak far behind. Brake lights red, coming to a stop. Pay the fare, end of the ride.
River flowing dark, dark, dark. We keep moving. Yeah, river
California BPM. Watch your time. Let's go. Gold chains heavy, but my spirit is light. Cruising by the river in the dead of the night. Temple silhouettes against the purple sky. Got the bottle, but I am still asking why. The bold engine humming like a heavy sub bass. Reflections on the water show a stranger's face. I hustle for the top, but the top feels lonely. Thought that you would always be my wildly.
I thought it takes it all, every sin and every lie. Watching the boats pass by, letting the time fly. Current pulling me in a dangerous direction. Staring at the river, seeking some perfection.
Fly off Phraya shadows, deep and so cold. Traded all my love just to get a little gold. The water keeps moving, never looking back. Stuck inside the trap, drifting off the track. No water waves crashing on the concrete pier. I have got everything I want, but you are not here.
VIP at the club, bottles popping off, blood inside my chest. My heart is turning soft, see your face in the smoke, disappearing fast. Trying to buy the future, stuck inside the past. The triplet hard cash, cutting through the humid air. Sitting in my throne, but it is an empty chair. The neon lights bleeding into the dark stream, waking up alone from a beautiful dream.
Down Phraya shadows, deep and so cold. Traded all my love just to get a little gold. The water keeps moving, never looking back. Stuck inside the trap, drifting off the track. No other waves crashing on the concrete pier. I've got everything I want, but you are not here.
Bridge lights glowing on the dark surface below. I got everything I wanted, but nowhere to go. The flow of the river cannot wash away the pain. Standing in the moonlight, feeling insane.
Shadow Phraya shadows, deep and so cold. Traded all my love just to get a little gold. The water keeps moving, never looking back. Stuck inside the trap, drifting off the track. Dark waves crashing on the concrete pier. I've got everything I want, but you are not here.
Flowing away to the ocean. Nothing in vain. Show Phraya nights.
Drifting. Peace.
Train doors closing down. Train doors closing down.
Riding the sky train over the gridlock, watching the city tick like a clock. The red brake lights like a river of blood. Stuck in the traffic, stuck in the mud. But I am up high, gliding on the rail, listening to an auto-tuned RB tale. The city moves fast, but I feel so still, trying to swallow a bitter pill. Station to station, you are on my mind, leaving the old neighborhoods behind. The heavy 808 matches the track, knowing that I cannot ever go back. Skyline echoes bouncing off the glass, watching the hours and the moments pass. Deep bass resonance rattling the train, looking through the window at the falling rain. Crystal lost, keeping me on time, singing all the betting trap and emotional crying. Siam station crowd pushing through the door. I do not feel connected to them anymore. Earphones in, blocking out the noise, playing the track with the melancholy voice. The luxury mall shining in the night, The train bends around the giant concrete bend, wondering where this journey is gonna end. The city of angels, but I feel so doomed in this flying metal box I am in. Somewhere on a trap, singing me to sleep. Above the metropolis, soaring high and down. Skyline echoes bouncing off the glass, watching the hours and the moments pass. Deep bass resonance rattling the train, looking through the window at the falling rain. Grit my head rolls, keeping me on time. On time, and I'm trapped, an emotional crime.
Riff keeps moving, time keeps moving, but I am still here since swells and water ripples.
Watching the boats drift under the bridge, living my life on the absolute edge. The city skyline reflecting on the waves. We are all just kings looking for our saves. Golden temples shining in the dark, but it is cold out here in the park. The current takes the flowers away. I am trying to find the words to say. Floating lanterns fading out of sight. I am fighting with my demons tonight. Chao, Phraya, flow, take my sorrow deep. Bury all the secrets that I could not keep. Heavy sub pushing the water aside. Riding on the rhythm of the midnight tide. Flow away, flow away. Take the memories from my brain. Sitting by the pier with a drink in my hand, trying to figure out where I stand. The bassline rumbling the wooden dock, staring at the hands of the ticking clock. You were the anchor that kept me grounded. Now the deep water leaves me surrounded. Child, Phraya, flow, take my sorrow deep. Bury all the secrets that I could not keep. Heavy sub pushing the water aside. Riding on the rhythm of the midnight tide. Flow away, flow away. Take the memories from my brain. Melodic vocal runs over chill hi-hats. No more fighting, no more combat. I surrender to the rhythm of the stream. Waking up from this endless dream. Chao, Phraya, flow, take my sorrow deep. Bury all the secrets that I could not keep. Heavy sub pushing the water aside. Riding on the rhythm of the midnight tide. Flow away, flow away. Take the memories from my brain. Let it wash away. Yeah.
lyrics in.
Wind howling at high altitude. Meshed thoughts.
Penthouse views, floor to ceiling glass. Watching the tiny cars as they slowly pass. I bought this luxury just to share with you. Now the velvet sofa feels so cold and blue. Millions of lights sparkling in the dark, but none of them can ignite my spark. Skyline Solitude, chilling in the sky, pouring out the whiskey, asking myself why. Heavy bass vibrating through the marble floor. I have everything I want, but I need you more. The cityscape stretches out to the horizon line. I tell my friends that I am doing completely fine, but the auto-tune catches the crack in my voice. I am locked in this tower by my own choice. Skyline Solitude, chilling in the sky, pouring out the whiskey, asking myself why. Heavy bass vibrating through the marble floor. I have everything I want, but I need you more. I have everything I want, but I need you more. A light is going down, but I'll stay up here, drinking away the pain, wiping off a tear. The heart set going the empty space. Skyline Solitude, chilling in the sky, pouring out the whiskey, asking myself why. Heavy bass vibrating through the marble floor. I have everything I want, but I need you more. Just me and the view, alone at the top, fade to silence. Yeah, safe face, break inside. We bumped into each other at the Siam Mall. You were with your new man, looking so tall. I put my hands together, gave a deep bow, showing the world that I'm perfectly fine right now. My pin ray, that is what I always say. Never let them see the cracks breaking the clay. But my chest is heavy with the 808 glue. Wearing this smile of
spine heads mimic the cracking eyes. I rolled the dice and lost my paradise. Wearing this smile of ice, paying the ultimate price. The cultural mask is glued to my face. While my trap melody fall from grace, auto-tune whispers of a broken man, hiding my tears the best that I can. Under the chill hip-hop beat I bleed. Let it go.
Pouring liquid sound over dark trap pads.
One more poor late night reflections. A cheap bottle of local rum on a plastic chair. The ceiling fan spinning slow in the humid air. Eyes clinking in the glass, the only sound I hear. Trying to drown out the voice that calls you dear. The spicy lime peanuts tasting like ash in my mouth. My compass is broken, headed straight south on 40 BPM. My heart is racing the clock. Staring through the amber glass, watching the lonely hours pass. The heavy sub bass numbs my shaking hand, sinking deep into the Bangkok sand. Melodic R&B echoes in this empty room, sweeping up the pieces with a broken broom. I mixed the soda water, watch the bubbles rise, like the empty promises and beautiful lies. The street dogs howling at the crescent moon. I know the morning sun is coming way too soon. Staring through this amber glass, watching the lonely hours pass. The heavy sub bass numbs my shaking hand, sinking deep into the Bangkok sand. Melodic R&B echoes in this empty room, sweeping up the pieces with a broken broom. Every sip burns, but it feels so right. A temporary fix for a permanent night. Tripled hi-hat spilling like the liquor drops. The pain only stops when the heartbeat stops. Staring through the amber glass, watching the lonely hours pass. The heavy sub bass numbs my shaking hand, sinking deep into the Bangkok sand. Melodic melody echoes
2 a.m. Still awake. Just me and the bowl. Sizzling walk sound. Chill R&B chords. Trap snap. Sitting on a plastic chair on the side of the road. Watching the city traffic start to slow. The steam rising up from the hot clear soup. My mind is stuck playing on an endless loop. Texting your number but it does not go through. Everything I taste just reminds me of you.
The vendor chopping garlic to a unsalted beef. Finding some comfort on this empty street. Triplet rolls snapping in the midnight air. Staring at you empty chairs. Late night noodle stand feeding my soul. Trying to put together pieces to make me whole. The 808 bass vibrating my bowl. I am paying the price, I am paying the toll. Melodic trap tears falling in the broth. Escaping the world like a flame to a mold. The neon sign buzzing with a faulty wire. Feeding the flames of my inner fire. A couple walks by holding hands tight. I look away fading into the night. Auto-tune sing a lullaby underneath the smog of the Bangkok sky. Late night noodle stand feeding my soul. Trying to put together pieces to make me whole. The 808 bass vibrating my bowl. I am paying the price, I am paying the toll. Electric trap tears falling in the broth. Escaping the world like a flame to a mold. Blade, then swell up, washing out the noise. I'm finding my center, finding my poise. Slurping the noodles, swallowing the pride. Letting the music be my only guide. Late night noodle stand feeding my soul. Trying to put together pieces to make me whole. The 808 bass vibrating my bowl. I am paying the price, I am paying the toll. Light and trap tears falling in the broth. Escaping from the world like a flame to a moth.
Last bite. Time to go home. The street sleeps. Beat fades to a soft sizzle.
Yeah, safe face, break inside. We bump into each other at the Siam Mall. You with your new man, looking so tall. I put my hands together, give a debo, showing the world that I am perfectly fine right now. My pen right, that is what I always say. Never let them see the cracks breaking the clay. But my chest is heavy with the 808 gloom. Wearing this smile of ice, paying the ultimate price. The cultural mask is glued to my face, while my trap melodies fall from grace. Auto-tune whispers of a broken man, hiding my tears the best that I can. Under the shell, hip-hop beat, I bleed. I turn around and walk to the nearest train. The polite facade melting in the sudden rain. The BTS SkyTrain sliding over the town, taking me back to the room where I will finally drown. I bleed. Maintaining harmony while my soul is at war. I do not even know who I am fighting for. The crisp hi-hats mimic the cracking ice. I rolled the dice and lost my paradise. Wearing this smile of ice, paying the ultimate price. The cultural mask is glued to my face, while my trapped melodies fall from grace. Auto-tune whispers of a broken man, hiding my tears the best that I can. Under the chair, it heartbeat, I bleed. Just smile. Let it go. Just smile. Let it go.